today. From Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Carolina Panthers versus Aaron Rodgers and the Detroit Lions.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They're hot as can be. Winners of 8 of their last 9 games.
I don't know if you'd call this start a surprise.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They are led out by an 8-time Pro Bowler in his 16th season out of Cal. It's Aaron Rodgers.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
3-yard line.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
Boston Scott on the return.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So here are the Panthers under head coach Matt Rule. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in April. From LSU, it's Joe Burrow.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 14 carries, 53 yards.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working, and they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. On the ground with a tight end. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And not much running room. Down to the 32.
He's tackled.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Well,
they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Makes the score Panthers 3, Lions nothing.
No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Elliott on first down, going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
On the return, the Panthers take over.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
Marcus Lawrence on the stop. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a carry for Jacobs. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now Burrow. That's complete right around the 8. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Tackle made.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal.
Now 3rd and goal.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Burrow's pass.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
And Myers able to knock it through, and that'll make it 6-0 here in the 1st.
Lions nothing.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Slant to Adams. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
This is caught. And he's brought down. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down. A kicker fest so far. All points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right at the line of
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Derek Barnett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
is good. Makes the score Panthers 6, Lions 3.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
6-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Lions will take over.
47-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. This pass into the arms of Snead. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 11. And it's 3rd down.
The Lions on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
Lions.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
1st down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Rodgers. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
That ties the game 6-6.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday you press it a little bit. This might be the case.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
brings up
the Panthers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Jacobs. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Open man is Samuel, complete.
Burrow's
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
At the 45-yard line.
They'll run it here. This is James White pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
Carolina Panthers.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now Burrow on 1st down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Now this one complete on the slant route.
That's another.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. That's going to be caught by Samuel. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To the air again, Burrow. He'll drop it underneath to White, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. And Burrow going to throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. His pass caught at the 4.
That's good for a Carolina.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. So we have reached halftime here with not much scoring between these two teams. 6-6 our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend. So lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been as tight as we expected, all tied through one half of play. For the call of the 2nd half, let's get it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. All even through one half of football as we get back underway in quarter number 3. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Take over first and 10.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Jacobs now.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's second and 10 now from the 35.
Leads to second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Burrow on play action. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Aaron Rodgers, we focus on him for our Players Spotlight. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle, the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins, we talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
Because they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Ezekiel Elliott.
The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Ezekiel Elliott, the ball carrier. Quinnen Williams.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Gain on the play. First down, Detroit.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much.
He's tackled at
the safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
He's on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
10th carry now for Elliott. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Danny Trevathan on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Brought in left side by Snead. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Elliott, toss right. Runs through the contact. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
4th down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Their own 6-yard line.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And they'll get him down up past the 15.
Good.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Panthers, first down. First and 10 at the
First down, here's Burrow. This is White on the screen. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
To James White.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
2nd and 5 at the 45-yard line.
Burrow looking to pass. Slant pass to Boyd. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 33. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Again, it's Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards it.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
He was brought down by Alexander Johnson. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 14.
On 2nd down, it's White. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20.
19-yard line.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Lions will take over. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play.
Yeah.
But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent.
He's got a man, complete.
Rodgers.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 36 yards on the play.
And the
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A gain of 7 brings up
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
complete to O.J. Howard.
3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. This is a pretty significant moment, a pretty cool moment. He just went over 50,000 career passing yards, and we might as well go ahead and measure for the gold jacket.
Make sure you measure it right, too. Make sure it fits perfectly when he walks out there for that ceremony. 50,000 yards in the NFL. Wow, longevity, talent, a little bit of luck along the way, and a whole lot of people helping him get it done.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brings up second and
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a fourth and goal.
All right, field goal gets you the lead here. I mean, but I might want to just go ahead and go for something big.
Oh, come on, you got to kick it.
I mean, you got to be glad I'm not the head coach here, right? The whole team would want to revolt at this point.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to or let. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner, Darius Slay. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Boston Scott on the return. The Panthers take over first and 10.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
2nd and 5.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. On the left side, a catch by White. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. They run it with Jacobs.
That's good for a Carolina.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
First and 10 at the...
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
45-yard line.
Running is Jacobs. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Once again, it's Jacobs. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
3-yard line.
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Now Burrow on first down. Open man is Samuel. Complete.
Burrow's pass.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Samuel. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
On second down, Burrow. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
It's now 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Darius Slay on the coverage.
Burrow going for it on 4th. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for Chris.
So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Derek Barnett, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. This is Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now it's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. A quick pass here to Godwin. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 16 yards, a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
That's another Panthers.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
48-yard line.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here we go with Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete.
Burrow's pass.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will take over. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none.
Yes, exactly right.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they take a knee. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the 1st quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the 1st quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Lions, they continue to put themselves in position for a 1st-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they go down to defeat for just the 2nd time in 11 games so far. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.